Alrighty, today we're gonna do brakes today. They came in, pads and rotors, slotted, drilled, black. Tops. I'll film the other side. We'll try to film what I'm doing, but we got 2 bolts for the caliper. Caliper is no good. Need to compress it in and a shot out from right there. So we're gonna replace that caliper. We're gonna go all the way around, and if we have to, we'll replace all 4. At least they'll be brand new. But yeah, studs back here, good. Alright, I went ahead and jumped to the other side, and I just threw the rotor on and we'll order a caliper. But we're gonna see if these other ones are any good. Again, 14. These back ones are gonna be a 17. There was a 14 on the other side, but I'm assuming they snapped the bolt and got a new one. So yeah, yeah. So this is just a 14. Pop your pads off, and then to check this, I'm gonna go ahead and put a pad there, and then use the C-clamp. Clamp it up, see if it pushes back. I can't do this one-handed, but I promise I'll get a stand or something soon. But yeah, bushings aren't as bad on this side, but the other side needs them, so we'll have to replace that when we get some BC coilovers. Control arm actually looks a little bent on this side, so both lower control arms, upper control arms, subframe. Pretty much rebuilding the whole car, but she's worth it. Neither side has cotter pins in it, so I'll have to get those too. Yeah, check here in a second. The other side is spitting out from the boot, so I'm assuming this side's gonna do the same. The fronts look newer than the rear. The rears look old. All the paint's come off, so we'll see. Alrighty, same thing with this side. 14, 17, or it might be a 19. I haven't got it off yet, but this has 2 calipers, or pistons. The rear calipers are single piston. The passenger rear is leaking, so we're gonna replace that along with the line. And then the other one was fine, but it's pretty beat up, so we'll just go ahead and change both of them out. So currently the rears have no brakes attached, so I just went ahead and threw the rotors on. But it does look a lot better without those rusted rotors on there. And then too, I never mentioned, all the tires are brand new on here. Haven't even hit the road yet, so there's that. So these calipers look like they're getting a little bit newer, so hopefully these front ones are good. And then another day we're gonna paint them all black, all the calipers black. Right, for these bigger calipers, I like using this thing here. Alright, we're back. Got the other side caliper on, still gotta do the hose on the other side. I did all this stuff like a month ago and moved to 3rd shift, so been buying stuff and whatnot for the car. We ordered the last few things. I think the transmission will be the last thing after today, so hopefully that'll, get this car on the road. Been waiting. The other side, I took these bad boys off. I think they're just whatchamacallit, to keep the car up higher. People with bigger wheels or rims, wheels. For this right here, because I've broken these quite a few times, I just always tell people just to take your time with it, keep hitting it with a torch. I'm using my little dab torch. Just keep heating it up a little bit. I mean, I don't really mind this getting all hot because I'm changing it anyway. So, yep. Got a few more other things throughout the car I'm gonna have to fix, but it'll still run. I work real close, so it'll be a far drive. We are gonna look into getting an open diff or LSD, so we don't have no tire fire. We'll mess with the yaw sensor, get a button, push button on and off for that. I'll make another video just going around and whatnot of all the stuff we have to fix. So pretty much this car's gonna be all brand new by the time I'm done with it. Everything's gonna get all replaced eventually. Everything. We're gonna go 350Z rear end, and then front end we're gonna do S14. Just because it's easier that way for parts. Probably get some BC coils. I'll order the ring guards. Yeah. I don't know if I said it in my last video or not, but we did order all new parts, everything for the brakes, all the way up to the lines, and then the lines all the way from the front to the back look great. So no rust or anything. So yeah, brakes are gonna be pretty good. This will be the last time I do regular brakes because all this shit was too much of a pain to be trying to piece together. Took some time to find everything and whatnot. I even ordered some parts, and it was in the cart, paid for it and everything, and then they sent me a message back saying they don't have it in stock, which means somebody else bought it, so they sold it twice. Whatever. So yeah, this brake system, be moving the big brake kit once we get these down. So alrighty, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything on. I'm sure you guys know how to put your brakes together and whatnot. Some new. Got these bad boys in here. I need like 2 of them. I had the one to do it last time, but got irritated. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this on, brake pads. We'll finish changing out this line. I already got this bad boy loose and then tightened it up. And then I got this, I'm gonna heat it up right here and right here. So, alright, this is the long portion of the car, or the video. I'll kind of skip ahead to everything else, cause, alright, got the pads on, got the calipers on, rotor. I didn't want to take that off just because it's going to be fucking leaking, so I'm going to wait till I get it all on. But yeah, that's how it looks. You kind of got to use gravity to hold that with your right hand, and then push this in, and loop it up. Alright, we got her on. Banjo bolt, put that on. We have to close this bleeder valve, and then at the end, once we do everything, we'll come back and check, see if she's leaking. To get more pressurized in the system, but as of gravity wise, she's not leaking. This bad boy is a little rusted. We took the coating off a little bit, so just hoping there's no pinhole or nothing. We're gonna throw some spray paint, some black spray paint after we make sure it's not leaking, just to give it a little bit more, you know, rust prevention. Live in the Midwest. I'm not 100% sure about this. It's a little bit different style, so we'll see. We're gonna take this one out because it seemed a little crooked, and they're like $2, I think. So sorry, it's hard to do with. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry. couple bangs. She comes right out. Yeah, she's a little crooked. You can see it's slightly crooked. So, yeah, got those, that one. One was chewed. Or two of them are chewed up. One's crooked. I think the other ones are fine. Where's the other one? Alright. So see this guy here, right? That one there. Just gonna go ahead and throw this guy in there. Could kind of feel it's already in the thread hole. Throw that on there. And then I'm gonna throw my lug nut on and hit it with the gun. Yeah. It'll be good. Just lug nut. So I got that tight there. See how it's out there. I would say don't go too far, but for like this one, it's kind of just a tad short, I think. But we'll see. I mean, the other one seemed to have set pretty good. So, as good as the other ones, I think. So, yep. Just, I'm gonna have to hold it, but literally just like you're putting the wheel back on and watch it seat back in. Alright, that's what we got so far. You gotta make sure this bracket is up top. Goes with that. Make sure both the things up top, because this little clip up here tucks in. So it'll be a 14 and a 22. 22 for the bracket, 14 for the caliper. I always like to lube it up. Alright. For this guy here, this is what I use to do. Clean up as much corrosion, fucking rust as you can. Still a bit much on there, but now we're just gonna heat it up. You're gonna heat it up and then use the 10 millimeter wrench and go back and forth, front to back. Tighten, loosen, tighten, loosen. Gets all the corrosion off. I did use some rust penetrant. Alright, we got everything on there. Got everything lubed up. Again, it's a 14 and 22. For this right here, I will not stress it. Use heat. Use heat or you will break it. I've had experience where I broke it and I had to use the shark bite things. So I use this little guy right here. What I use for dabbing. I know the video jumped around a lot. It was from multiple days. The first day I tried to check all the calipers. One was bad, so I redid them all. Or I ended up redoing them all. So it's got new calipers, rotors, pads, and hoses. So they're all on there. And I hit the hoses with a little bit of paint just to stop the rust. I am gonna repaint. I'm gonna paint all the calipers black. Get that on another day. But we did get them all on and they stopped. They work, obviously you can tell. What's that's for a future video. We do got this bitch going. But yeah, they all got new hoses, new pads and everything. So we just need to go and sand it a little bit and then paint them all. But yeah, I just wanted to give that update. And then I used one of those eBay bleeder things where it sucks out the sucks it through. You hook it up to the air compressor. But yeah, that's it for the brakes. Brakes should be good. I mean, there's a few lines here and there that have some rust to it, but future problem. Yeah, brakes are good.